Hey Virgo, welcome to your session. We're going to see what messages come out for you in your reading. Please do not force any of the channel messages. That's all I ask of you. We're going to take a look at what you are clinging on to. I may pick up the past, current, or what is to come. Okay, allegedly. If you are wanting an extended to this session, email spiritualguidinglight@gmail.com and we will go from there. I am an intuitive reader. I am a guide. I am a holistic and wellness practitioner. I am a mentor. And I am a spiritual guiding light. And I hope that this session is delivered well. It's not that I'm trying to find the right word to say. It just feels like, Virgo, your patience could be low, short, just short-tempered. And the fact that you're showing up is a plus, right? So you can have Taurus in your chart because there's a little stubbornness that I'm channeling. It's kind of like I'm listening because it's the energy that I'm channeling. It's like I'm listening because I want to listen, but it doesn't mean that just because I'm listening doesn't mean that I'm going to make the necessary changes today, but I am listening. It's that type of energy. So I may be wrong when it comes to stubbornness. It's your boldness. It could be Aries, because Aries is the first house and it's about self. So, I could be confusing Taurus's house with the first house, which is Aries. But Taurus house is about being in the present, so it could be both. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Virgo. All right. Most High, thank you so much for blessing me with the gift of intuition as an intuitive reader. Allow this reading for my Virgo to bring clarity, confirmation, and understanding. Thank you. Just one moment, Virgo. I need to moisturize my hands, okay? I'm always manipulating water. I mean, I should get paid how many times I put my hand in water. Yes, I am addicted to washing my hands. And this is way before COVID started. All right. All right, Virgo, let's go ahead and see what messages come out for you, okay? Again, don't force any of the channel messages. All right, what message do you have for Virgo in regards to what is Virgo clinging on to? What message do you have for my Virgo? What is Virgo clinging on to? All right. You have action, the voice of heart coming through, which is the situation. The challenges, the challenge or the outcome is that you can't allow anyone to dim your light. Don't give your power away. You don't have to you don't have to be right all the time. Now is not the time to like make your point. All right. It's like you're trying to find a way to express the matters of the heart, right? With action in the voice of heart here. What's significant is that you're always the initiator, okay? And after you initiate, the what you're communicating when it comes to the matters of the heart, Virgo, it just feels like everything else flourishes and you feel drained. It's kind of like, what about me? You know, I'm the initiator. I'm the one that's putting in the work. Why am I not, you know, receiving this essential light, right? It's kind of like give and receive. And it just feels like you may be on the verge of pulling back your light just to see if someone would shine their light on you. And the longer that you wait, the colder it becomes, the matters of the heart. Clarify success. You're being asked to express how you feel. Don't worry about the outcome, but express how you feel, but don't come off as cold. Uh, don't go all over the place. You don't have to go into details because it feels like if you go into details, whom you're communicating with won't get they won't understand what it is that you're asking of them. So if you just be direct, like, hey, I don't like this. And it feels like you need to like take record of it. Like, because if you don't have record of it, it won't be acknowledged. And it just feels like you may feel like it's not enough time. Tell me more about this light. Look at, yeah, you're wanting, it's that give and receive energy. You're whom you want to receive energy from doesn't understand how to give it to you. The bottom of the deck is choice. You can continue to cling on to having these hopes that someone will get the picture, or you can, communicate, teach them, show them, right? Or move forward and put it in God's hands, but don't sit in waiting for a change to occur, because you need to use your light. Now, when it comes to this divine light, Virgo, let me tell you what it is. When it comes to this divine light, it says, I am an expression of love and I shine light like the sun. My inner light is my strength and my treasure. My intuition guides me to discover the wonder and goodness of who I am. Okay. And it just feels like if you wait to receive, I don't want you to become bitter, and I don't want you to cling on to something that's not happening, or be stuck to this high hope and then lash out when you don't need to, because when you lash out it can take you out of character. Lashing out doesn't feel good, especially if you're creating the thoughts in the headspace before it even happens, kind of like you already pre-rehearse what you're going to say, but then when you say it's just as venomous. It's very venomous. And the peace of mind that you can give someone and tell them about themselves is not just enlightenment, it's venom. So you need to plant a seed elsewhere. You need to plant a seed elsewhere. Divine light. Yeah, listen to life. That's what you're clinging on to, staying. This is staying in a situation, staying in a connection, continuing to have this hope, clinging on to potential. while on the other side, your higher self is calling you, Virgo. Like, come on over here. Come, I want to show you something. It's like, I'm waiting. I'm waiting, and it's like, Virgo. And the way that I am, emphasizing Virgo, it's just, you're in your energy, going within. Let me read you the Virgo. Matter of fact, let me show you the visual of your card, which is the Hermit. If this is regarding a person, I'm going to put a Virgo or a Hermit card in regards to a person. Let me show you what the your card looks like, which is the Hermit. It's about going within. It's about insight, right? Potential as well. And I'm sighing because you have so much to give, and I want you to be able to receive, Virgo. And I know it can sound cliche, like, SGL, what are you talking about? All I'm doing is delivering the message. Okay. I wish I could, have a one session for every person in the world. Is that possible? Could be. All right. I'm trying to find the Hermit, Virgo, so that you can be able to see. For some of you are readers yourself. So here it is. The Hermit. All right. You have all this light. Like you know how Aquarius is the water barrier? You're the light barrier. Okay. And it just feels like whatever is being rehearsed in your head, if you're triggered and speak what you've been rehearsing in your headspace, it's venomous, it paralyzes a person. And let me read the Hermit card. Let me find it. If time is of the essence, you can always come back. The live will still be available to you. Trying to find this Hermit card. All right, that's the Empress. The Hermit. All right, the Hermit card is about solitude, introspective, meditation, self-reflection. That's the light end of it. The shadow side of it is loneliness, isolation, exile, sadness, and misfit. And it just feels like if you don't explore, you need to explore, because you're giving your light. You're giving too much light to someone who's not shining their light on you, Virgo. It's kind of like this person knows more about you than you know about them, and you are clinging on to someone who is not going to deposit the same amount of energy and light that you're doing. Now, in pertaining to just life itself, you're trying to figure it out. All right. You have so much to give, but you're trying to figure out where are you going to deposit, you know? And it just feels like, because I'm hearing life is good. You need to do something. So if you lack energy, Virgo, you're clinging onto your light, and the light is it's causing a burnout. Yeah, that's what I see. Because I'm really trying to get to the matters of this. For those of you who are, to yourself, your light, you're being burnt out by your own light. Okay. And you need to get out. You need to walk away from what's troubling you. Don't ignore your inner voice, Virgo. To really hear yourself, you may need to unplug and step away from the chaos. Be sure to take time to be alone to do some soul searching. Your answers are within. You've done the soul searching, and you're being burnt out by your own light. It's kind of like spending too much time with yourself, and then you get lost in it, and then it's kind of like, what do I do? And then when you get outside, it's like, you know, oh no, let me hurry up and get back inside because I don't feel safe. And it's not that, it's just you've become foreign because you've have isolated yourself too long. That's for those of you who are in isolation. All right, give me one more spread. So what I got in the first spread, what does this person want to say? For those of you who are giving and not receiving, and the person that you're dealing with has no intentions of giving to you, it's because they don't know how to. It's not that they won't, they don't know how to. And I'm gonna be honest, it doesn't feel like that's one of their priorities to do so. Yeah. They don't think you know what you're talking about. Hey, anyone who doesn't want to hear a truth, everyone's like that. Not every people who don't want to hear the truth, a truth, because there's so many different levels of truth and styles of truth and deliver of truth, that, the truth about light is light, but it can be explained in so many different interpretations. So, Virgo, let's see, what does this person want to tell you, whom, it's not that they won't give to you, it's just honestly that's not their priority. Like, it's not one of their interests. It's not on their to-do list. And that sucks. It really does. It says, I'm obsessed with your body. So this person, so whoever this is, the only interaction you have with them is with the flesh, intimately. And that's all this person sees. This person only thinks about themselves. All right. And only time what I see within this obsess and the number 5, the only time that they say that they're going to change and they make you a priority is when you say that, enough is enough. This person doesn't believe that you will walk away. And then there's your energy here. Yes. See? You're clinging on to someone who, I'll just say this, you're clinging on the potential that someone will give to you like you give to them. And it just feels like you no longer want to engage in sexual activities. Or you do. But this is the message from them. That's the only time they come around. And you're being asked to be more selfish. Be bold and step into Aries energy and stop clinging on to this person who does not respect you. They only want you for your body, Virgo. All right. Or what you can do. Do you please this person, Virgo? If it's not the fact, if this person doesn't want your body, they just want the version of you because you know how to please them. Give me an I am message for Virgo, please. Creation full. Yeah, you're being asked to start anew. Get out of the unknown of thinking you can't find someone else. Don't settle. It says, I have the power to direct my life. And this is confirmation, life experience came out twice. It says, with constructive attitude, I can create what is best for my soul. Something that you play in your mind. It says, I firmly believe I can transform and improve my inner and outer worlds by turning every thought into affirmations, action. We talked about that. And once you take, once you take action of what you role play in your mind, it's like venom. Your light is like venom. Anywho, it says, I act in the image of God and bring light into my life. All right. It's time to stop being consumed by your own light and stop waiting for a certain person or individuals to shed their light on you. What are the messages? What is the message if Virgo decides not to walk away from this person? What is the message if Virgo decides not to walk away from this person? You matter. I want you. Do you even see me that way? Sex with you. Yeah, love me. This person only wants you sexually, and this is something you know. So this is confirmation. All right. You're telling your own self that you matter, but you are projecting you matter in making this person a priority. And it looks like no, you're not going anywhere. I still don't have all the answers. That's why you have all the answers. Pentacle. All right. I'm not going to talk about this pinnacle because it already shows you're going to stay. Because you need more answers than what you already have. You are afraid. You have creation here. You are afraid to take the leap of faith. It says, I have the power to direct my life with a constructive attitude. I create what is best for my soul. Take that leap of faith, Virgo. It is very clear that this person isn't going anywhere. And your person doesn't feel like you're going to go anywhere either. But if you're always the giver and you haven't experienced the receiving part, it is time for you. Hold on. I've been waiting for this fly to come in. Hold on. I'm going to get it. I have all my windows open. Anyways, as I was disturbed, I need to come back over here so I can get you. When you are in your me time space, you're thinking that you're keeping to yourself as if that's your comfort zone. But in reality, after you think you recover from your me time space, why are you still drained? Because you are being consumed by your own light. And you need to take the leap of faith, and you need to start to get to know other people. Okay? That don't want you for your body. Okay. Any other messages for Virgo? Are pleasing someone. If it's not your body, it's the way you know how to please. Yeah. So your experience when it comes to you know what you do. You know how to your experience. You are sexually experienced. All right, I'll say that. You have peace coming here. It says, I am a being of love and I release all negative energy. So if you are wanting to experience peace, you are being asked to release all the negative energies. And our thoughts, Virgo, feed negative energies. Okay. And sometimes when we give and when we don't receive, that's why it's important that when you're giving, regardless if it is material things or your energy, Virgo, you got to keep in mind before you give your time, before you give some of your space, before you share and give, ask yourself, am I doing this willingly, or am I doing this because I want this? I have these high hopes that whom I am giving to will do the same. If your answer is the high hopes, pull back. Don't give. Okay. You will see the difference from when you're in your alone space. You won't be consumed by your energy. You actually will feel rewarding, and you will experience the peace than being consumed. Okay. All right. Let's shed some light on your reading. Shed some light on Virgo, please. Virgo, come out the cave. This is confirmation. Get out there. Stop being on reserve. All right. Stop being hard on yourself. Start getting to know new, like-minded people like yourself. Okay. Get to know givers so that you can experience receiving. One more message for Virgo, please. Thank you, Virgo, for being patient. And just a FYI, the SGL Tarot Podcast is back and active and running. Their daily readings are released. And Virgo, your next 72 will be released at 6 a.m. on Sunday. Okay? All right. What is the message for Virgo? Look for a sign. All right. Listen, if you continue to wait for a situation, I'll just say this. If you continue to wait to receive, there is going to be a tower moment. Okay? There will be a tower moment. All right? And within that tower moment, a truth will be revealed to you, Virgo. And it's not going to be a good truth. So if you're wondering if there's a third party, there's a possibility something's going on behind the scenes. And that's just, I don't want to jump to assumptions. What's going on behind the scenes? That's what I was channeling, though. What is going on behind the scenes? What's going on behind the scenes? If this tower moment happens, what's going on behind the scenes? I need to get that flying thing. Time to ground yourself. Whatever this truth, that if this tower moment happens, you're not going to be ready for it. It's an abrupt move. It is. What's at the top of the deck? You hurt me, but that's okay, I guess. So if you stay, you're on the edge of should you stay or should you go? And that doesn't necessarily mean that someone lives with someone. It just means that your tolerance level. Am I going to keep tolerating this, or am I going to close this out? That's the question too that's at hand. You're being asked to ground yourself pronto, because I don't think you're ready for the truth. I can grab one more at the top. I don't want to lose you. Yeah. Whoever this is, I wouldn't fall for that act. I wouldn't. clarify, why shouldn't Virgo fall for the act? I lie awake thinking about our future. Huh. I'm telling you, it's a third party. You and this person don't live together. If this person has a roommate, that's not their roommate. And if it's the same gender, believe me, that's not their roommate. It's not. I want a fresh start with you. Whoever, if your person has a roommate, they're getting kicked out and they're coming towards you. So it's going to look like they're putting in the effort, and that's not why. They got kicked out. They got the boot. And you're having the signs to give this person the boot, and you're thinking that's what this tower is. You're waiting for the sign for this person to give, you know, and you're thinking that that's what they're going to show up and start doing, and that's not the case. It's an ending with their connection that they have going on behind the scenes. Oh, goodness gracious. I thought this reading was only going to be about you. Give me one more message for Virgo, please. I really did. I thought it was just going to be about you, Virgo. And then it's 9:01 right now. You can have a relationship with someone who could possibly go back to the person who's kicking them out of the home. Because once that person, the person that's kicking your person out the home, that person is going to ask that person to come back, because Virgo, that person knows how to take care of they're sexually experienced, and that person is gonna want them, and that's how they're gonna get back into the home. But anywho, enough about that person. You have transformation, finding a path, open mind. You got this, Virgo. Go on and get to know other people. If you're ready to move, go on and move. All right. But you're gonna get pulled back by this person. It happens every time. If it hasn't happened, it will happen. This person knows the right thing to say to you. You should ask. Why is it not refreshing? Angel guide message for Virgo. All right. You have intuition and downloads. Let's go ahead and see what this entails. The reason why I'm sighing is because I don't want you to not experience life. Intuition and downloads. It says you are a light worker, Virgo. This means that you have the capacity to bring light to the earth through your presence and purpose. Even though you may feel sensitive and overwhelmed, this is confirmation about what we channeled in the beginning of your session. When you keep to yourself and you're thinking you're recovering and having your me time, if you're still feeling drained and overwhelmed, Virgo, you're being consumed by your own light. Okay. Know that your gifts are stronger now and your psych muscles are moving. You are being encouraged, Virgo, to look beyond what your physical eyes are showing you. You may want to use what you pick up to plan ahead. If so, it's important to keep your mind and energy focused on the best possible outcome. Be aware of signs and symbols showing up at this time. Your angels are sending you important messages that will help you move forward in your life. Call upon them to help you connect deeply with the spiritual version that is opening up within you. All right, Virgo, that was your what are you clinging on to messages in your session. Don't forget love is kind. Don't forget love is gentle. Until we meet again.